So, Provence, beautiful, beautiful place. It just conjures up sun-drenched days and fields of lavender.
For me, it sums up tons of flavour.
Right.
Okay, that's what it's all about. So I've got 3 little pots of Provence here for you.
Little pots of Provence. What are you having
can
then?
be used for all sorts of different things. Now, this is key. The first one I'm going to do is Tapenade.
Right.
Okay, so this is basically an olive paste, sometimes just made with olives and extra virgin olive oil. But I'm doing the traditional one, which is olives, capers, which is where the name comes from, actually. Tapenade is the name in Provençal for capers. That's where the name comes from. Here we've got some garlic, fresh garlic, some anchovies, either salted or in oil, and some fresh thyme. Some fresh thyme or savoury, sarriette, which is the popular herb to use in the south of France.
Right.
Now these are incredibly easy to make, okay, all of these. Now you just need a food processor. Traditionally they're done in a mortar and pestle, but I don't think there's any use for that unless you want to you need the exercise.
Okay.
Okay, so here, it goes straight into a little food processor, the olives. Now it's incredibly, tons of flavour here. You mentioned olives mixed up with the capers. We're not going to put all of those. They've had a little rinse when they've come out of the brine. A few anchovy fillets. Okay, pop some of those in there. Okay. And some garlic, just chopped up, peeled and chopped up. And here's some fresh thyme. Now this is very optional, and the herb that is traditionally in here, which is very, very lovely, as I was saying, is savoury. It's very hard to get hold of in this country.
I don't think I've even ever heard of it.
You've not heard of it, but all the things that you're learning on this show, it's fantastic, isn't it?
It's just, and not only is it a huge amount of fun, but it's incredibly educational as well, isn't it?
I didn't know that about savoury.
You didn't know that about savoury?
No.
See, and he's a chef.
Okay, and this sarriette, but it's a very particular one that goes in the hillsides of Provence.
Olive oil?
We're just going to give this a whiz. Now, when you're making anything like this, it's an idea to whiz it first of all, okay, and see where you want to go with the oil. If you want that just as that's like a chunky little salsa to spread over the top of some grilled meat or something like that. It's wonderful. Okay, but here, I want it quite a lot smoother, so it becomes almost like a pate.
Like the sort of stuff that, the first time I ever had, I used to hate olives with a passion. I couldn't eat them. And the first time I ever had them was about 5 years ago, and it was in a tapenade. And it was in a sandwich, and I remember thinking, oh, that's quite nice.
Okay, here, if you just look inside, there I've got a rather chunky one.
Yeah.
Now, I quite like a little bit smoother, but we're not going to be able to talk over that for much longer without
you can
screaming at each other.
stick it in if you want it smoother.
No, this is fine for what we're doing with it. Because here I've got the red mullet, okay? This is red mullet. You can use any sort of Mediterranean fish for this. You need fish with tons of flavour, basically.
Right.
Now, I like to fry this to have a little crispy skin. And you see what I've done here, first of all, is just to take the fish, put it in for 30 seconds on the flesh side, then turn it over on the skin side. You never need to slash fish like this, muck about with it like that at all. It bounces up a bit, but then it flattens back down perfectly. So here, I'll pop this down onto my little black slate.
Right.
And what I'm going to get you to do, because you need to participate. Some of that's going to go in there. Go on, fill that up.
Okay.
Go on, girl. Okay.
I am participating.
And then spread some of this over the top. Now, the reason you need Mediterranean fish to do this with, sardines are great with this, and sea bass is lovely with this. Okay, the reason you need that is because it's got so much flavour, tons of flavour, bursting with flavour.
Look at that.
Okay, and there, also you can have that with crudités.
Yeah.
You can have that on little bits of toast.
Right.
You can have that as a vegetarian number mixed with some, or topped with some caviar or aubergine, something like that. Thank you very much.